The story of the man who conquered the world for the greater good. The man with the plan. For the plan in case the plan doesn't go according to plan. The peak of anime edgelords. Lelouch is regarded as one of the most intelligent anime protagonists in history. In this video, we're going to go through some of the philosophies that we can take from Code Geass and apply today to become strategic masters like the man himself. This is Nori, and I motivate men to improve their lives through anime. Clearly you're interested in that, so make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification. Lelouch's character revolves around being a strategic master and highly intelligent. Now let's get one of the things out of the way, okay? Let's clear up one thing. Obviously the superpower to have absolute authority over a person doesn't exist, but you can get a little closer to the man himself, okay? If we look at all of Lelouch's accomplishments, they can be summed up as strategy and leadership. So how do we become more like Lelouch? I'm going to give you 3 ways that you can improve your life and become more like the master himself. So the answer to this is through strategic thinking skills. Any skills that enable you to use critical thinking to solve complex problems and plan for the future. So that includes analytical skills, communication skills, problem solving skills, and management skills. So the first thing on the list that we can do to become more like Lelouch is study chess. Chess is very symbolic in Code Geass, and there is a reason for that. Lelouch is constantly playing chess throughout the show, and many of the major battles show significant similarities to chess. Chess is about making informed decisions as objectively as possible while balancing the importance of different logical observations. In chess, you will get a better understanding of how your actions influence your outcome. Throughout Code Geass, Lelouch's ability to adapt to the enemy's strategy and analyze what the outcome will be out of his actions has saved him countless times, and this is one of the traits that you can develop through chess. In chess, you mentally map out the future consequences of each possible move, and good chess players do something that's different. They invest more time thinking in an imaginative and conceptual way about their opponent's response. Specifically, they imagine how the opponent could or would react and exploit whatever weakness is present in their position. So good chess players falsify their own strategies by imagining the competitor's response. So one of the fundamental things about Lelouch is he is always strategizing, and that's why chess is so representative in Code Geass. So I'm also going to make an important note here that you need to specifically study chess and not just mindlessly play it. You need to analyze and play chess with the goal in mind in developing these skills specifically. Do not lose sight of this. I actually just recently picked up chess, and I'm still a novice, but I've begun to make some correlations in real life, and my ability to make quick decisions have improved and consider the options of the outcomes of said situation. Now, the second thing that you need to do is you need to know yourself. If you're going to conquer the world like Lelouch, you need to be absolutely sure of yourself. Do you know key information like your values, interests, and goals? You know the quote, "When you stand for nothing, you fall for everything." This quote is absolutely 100% true, and you should question your beliefs on key topics. Where do they come from? Does the source of this belief have my best intention? And how will this belief serve me in the long term? Any doubts Lelouch had because of the consequences of his action in Code Geass, he had to overcome and keep moving forward. So I recommend you all do a bit of introspection, because if you're going to conquer the world, then you need to conquer your mind first. And you can't conquer what you aren't sure of. You need to keep some sort of record for these ideas, so you can look back and as you develop as a person and make changes. You know, preferably you want a physical journal, but whatever you have access to at the moment, there's no excuses. So a good question to start off with, and the first question I wrote down was, who am I really? Make journaling a regular habit and ask yourself tougher questions as time moves on. You can find out a lot about yourself, and that is really crucial. We're in a digital age now where online algorithms like YouTube know more about us than our own selves. Now the third and final thing, which is arguably the most important, is discipline. Okay, let's be real here. When we think of the word discipline, we think of like the monk with the shaved head, like meditating on top of a mountain. He's like a god or something. But all discipline really is simply the ability to do an action regardless of what we feel at the moment. It's doing the hard work, especially when we don't feel like it. The reason why it's so important is because it's the foundation to be able to reach whatever goal we set out for, whatever journey. There's lots of moments in Code Geass where Lelouch needs to make decisions and keep moving forward despite his feelings. In order to perform at high levels and make dents in life, you gotta have absolute control over your actions. This is especially difficult when the modern lifestyle revolves around low fulfilling activities such as junk food, video games, excessive TV and porn. And discipline is becoming more and more of a lost art. But I'm telling you, if you're gonna be anything like Lelouch and conquer the world, you're gonna need discipline. And I'll be honest, it's something that's fairly easy to instill in your life once you have momentum. And I'm going to tell you how you can build momentum, okay? So the simplest way to start building your discipline is just to show up. Like, if you've never been to the gym in your life, go to the gym for 5 minutes. Lace up your shoes and go out for a run. Just start jogging. You don't even have to start running. Lace up your shoes and go out for a walk. Turn on your computer, whatever project you have next, it might be school or work. Just go in Google Doc, whatever you use, and write the title for that. Go to the grocery store, grab healthy foods like chicken. This is the true beginning to building discipline and achieving what you want in life. Now, all three of these things, studying chess, that's your analytical skills, knowing yourself so you have absolute 100% confidence in who you are, and discipline are the three things that you need in order to become more like Lelouch and conquer the world. Now, a lot of people are going to make the argument that, obviously Lelouch is a fictional character and he was born with just genius levels of intelligence. And a lot of people think that intelligence is largely based upon genetics, which is true, to a degree, but I believe that you can become intelligent. You can definitely become intelligent. So you don't need to necessarily just say, it's just genetics and give up. You need to just persevere because it's something that we can all improve on, okay? While all of us might not be born genius leaders of terrorist groups and dominate the whole world, there's definitely lessons to be learned from Lelouch amidst all of Code Geass's chaos. And I'm certain that these three traits and habits can be developed and are something that separates the average from the exceptional. If you're to be anything like Lelouch, you need to be exceptional and you need to conquer the world. Subscribe and hit the bell icon. Thank you. Remember the quote at the end of R1. Perhaps this is what I had hoped for since that day. The destruction and loss of everything. That's right. Destruction is necessary before creation. So anything that may make my heart waver from that should be swept away. That's right. The only path left to me is forward.